success doesn't always protect you from pressure. After dominating the late 90s and evolving through the full moon era, Brandy entered one of the most personal chapters of her life. As a woman, not just as an artist. And sometimes growth doesn't look like chart-chopping hits. Sometimes it looks like survival. In the early 2000s, Brandy stepped into a new role, motherhood role. And for a young woman, she has had to grow up in the spotlight before everybody's eyes. This transition was both beautiful but also complicated. The public had watched her as a teenager and a young lady. Now they were also watching her as a mother. And the scrutiny only got worse and intense. As her personal life evolved, so did the headlines. And navigating fame while raising a child isn't simple, especially in an industry that rarely offers grace. The pressure to maintain an image, to stay relevant, to stay strong, to have this good girl image was very heavy for Brandy during this time. She didn't want to let her fans down. I honestly believe she thought that she was doing everyone a great deal by just telling what she wanted us to hear. She chose everyone, fans' feelings over her own. In 2004, Brandy released the next album, Afrodisiac, an album many fans consider one of her most artistry works. The sound was futuristic, more experimental, more mature. It didn't trace trends. It defined mood. And even though it may not have reached the commercial heights of Never Say Never, but it was respected. Afrodisiac showed that Brandy was no longer just a pop R&B star. She was an artist evolving on her own terms. Who Was She to You was produced by Timbaland. And it was a great R&B record from this album. Talk About Our Love was also on this album featuring Kanye West, produced by Kanye West. And Afrodisiac, I love that song. I love that music video. It was probably one of the least popular songs, but I love the harmonies in that record. And it gets an A+ for me. So just because an album or a song doesn't make major success, Billboard success, it still could be a good record, depending on what your mood is. Before and even after the turbulence, Brandy, later came Human, an album that felt more vulnerable, more stripped down. It reflected a woman who had lived through public highs and private lows. The tone was more softer, but the message was strength. By this point, Brandy had experienced superstardom, motherhood, scrutiny, reinventing herself, and yet her voice remained. In part 5, we will discuss Brandy, the actress. See you guys in the next video. Thank you.